This morning, the Lord is showing me that there's a river. He has a river. There's a river. He has a river available. A river of grace. A river of provision, divine provision. Of every provision you can think of in this world, whether of wisdom, or of material possession, or of healing. He has provision deeply embedded in this river. This river of life, this river that we talk so much about. And what the Lord is showing me is that each of us is in this river. Each of us is a part of this river. Each human being will find themselves positioned somewhere in this river. The entirety of the human race is in this river. And the current of this river has to constantly flow. It is never ending. The river is constantly flowing. It never stops flowing. It never stops moving. And so, as a human being, God will like to use you. You are a vessel for His use. And when we allow God to use us, that is when the river is moving and flowing. The moment we resist allowing God to use us for whatever He wants to use us for, we create sort of a blockage in that river's flow, its movement. And so I want you to know you are only of use to God, of use to the Father, if you are allowing Him to use you as a vessel. In the river that we're in, all the authority and control belongs to God. Imagine if there are millions of people in a river. If we are to allow any one person or any group of people to decide what to do in that river, do you see how the coordination of that river's current or flow can never go on well? And so when God says we should allow Him to use us the way that He wants to, it's not because He's a wicked God, but it's because that river has to keep flowing. It is for your good and it's for my good. The only means of survival that we have is if this river continues to flow in the design that it is being led or made to flow. So if I have to take God's position for a moment, it is difficult for God to allow one person or a few people to control that river's ebb and flow. Because while we do not see the bigger picture as we remain in that river, He sees it. He knows the way, the direction that that river has to flow in each moment. The only thing we can do about it is to allow Him to move us, to cause us to dance in the way that He wants us to move us in the way that He wants us to, so that this river can continue moving and flowing, because its movement and its flow determines your good and my good. Our life and livelihood is depending on the river's flow. So while we don't know how to make it flow, we are also part of its flow. We are part of the decision makers for its flow. How we are plugged into all of this is to permit the Father to teach us exactly how to move in this river of grace. That is all we're required to do. So when you wake up in the morning, you may not know why God is moving your life a certain way, why some things went right, why some things went wrong yesterday, or why some are going wrong this morning. But I guarantee you, if you allow the Father, if you permit Him to move you in the way that He wants to, in the end you will see the good in all that He's doing for you. Because He's not only doing for you, He's doing for everyone. The only way to achieve it and to let everybody receive the good that He has meant for us today is to allow Him to use us to move our vessel the way that He desires. Do you now see why there's so much hurt and pain in the world? Why some things go wrong sometimes? Yes, sometimes the enemy is directly responsible, but other times, I'm telling you, it is human being to human being. If we don't permit God to use us the way He wants to, somebody will go hungry today. Somebody will remain sick today because when He woke you up to pray and intercede for that person, you decided the sleep was more important. Somebody and their family are starving today because when He told you, give something out of your pocket to them, you figured out your school tuition is more important. Do you see how things go wrong sometimes? We thank God for His word this morning. Amen.